Jimmy Turner never had a burner, always knew I was a son of a gun. Niggas talk about it, but don't be about it. Soon as they see one, they first wanna run. I pray for niggas that can be who they want. They live in hell like the air in their lungs. In back of their mind, they know that they front. Try to cover with the money and stunt. Y'all doing too much, enough is enough. Niggas watching too much snow on the bluff. Gas you up until they pull up in the letter, then dump about 10 out the pump. Hope to God I die as rich as a bum that make change every day for the ones that give a fuck about the people in slums. Cause first you'll be last and last you'll be one. Keeping it blunt, promise you niggas we weeding you out. This smoke you don't want, you know in your gut. All of your music is trash, I'm here to empty the Dutch. My nigga, what up? I can stand behind my bars, I eat a sentence for lunch. I'm not here to judge, but I can tell from all your jury you niggas mentally cuffed, look guilty as fuck. Lawyers be pressed to be youngest, we call that Benjamin Button. Let's keep it 100, y'all supposed to be teaching us something. You niggas ain't preaching to nothing. This God body like a verse from the sun. I'm bred different, yeah, I came from the crumbs. Niggas looking like that nigga the one. Yo, Eric Jamal, that nigga the one. Yeah, I'm the one, I champ myself. Think inside the box, I don't need no belt. Every punchline on the beat get felt, and I can't be beat till I beat myself. I'm the reason that your favorite rapper go stealth. I can make a ghost rider go and get help. Every single box, so I know I'm gonna sell. Niggas looking at me like a nigga made, ooh, hold up, count that in cash. I'ma show you how you triple a bag. I remember every meal was a snack, and now we treating every meal like a stack. The way that we brag, we not talking popping no tags or copping more shit than a badge. I know that I'm black, and you think because that I rap, I should be dripping in fashion, living the fastest. Go out and buy me a jag. I'm a different type of cat, never lying when I rap. Small letters, no cap, 2 C's on my back. You ain't ask me how I been, don't ask me where I'm at. Coast Contra on the map, real niggas that can rap, 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 rap. You ain't cry with me, then don't smile with me. I don't owe you nothing, you ain't grind with me. Get my papa house and get my mama kidney. So for my Grammy speech, I got my mama with me. Niggas hit my phone, but my line is busy. So yeah, nigga, mind your business, don't make me live it. You don't wanna see me past the limit, it ain't fun if I write your ticket. Listen, ammunition for competition, hit them to the mortician. Superstition, my palm itching, mean I gotta go get it. Contradiction in my religion, cause I know that I'm willing. Condescending to my ambition, cause I know that I'm driven. I envision the way I'm living, I can see it so vivid. Picasso couldn't paint me the picture. My eyes closed and I'm still gonna witness. I've been broke, but I've never been ignorant. I made broke and I turned to the riches. I never been timid, I always been myself to the realest. I face opposition and even then I stayed on a mission. I'm so independent, I don't depend on pen for the written. I know that I'm different, the way I rap, I know that I'm gifted. I'm feeling the tension, they feel like I'ma take their attention. They wanna be mentioned, they want 1,000,000 likes on the picture, but don't want a picture for a system that's built up against us. So how the fuck do you wanna be membered? Nigga, from EBT to the TIPs, to my POP, I'm a POP. On GOD, when I DIE, I'm a BIG like PAC. Or a good brother like NIPs, keep going like ING, no END, it's ERIC. Nigga, what me, nigga, what? You a fool for this one, D.
Hey, that was slick right there, man. That was slick, man. Peace, 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 family. Peace to the family. Oops. Yeah, peace to the family. Peace to the panel, man. What's going on, family, man? Welcome to Sankofa. 180 degrees, man. We back at y'all again. Today, family, a little unprepared, man. I forgot today was the first Sunday, and so we wasn't able to do the but we do got it. We do got a treat though. We do got a treat. And it's the Pert M. Haru. Yeah, you know, we back with that, man. You know, also known, they also name it the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the book of coming forward by day. All right. All right. Book of Enlightenment, family. Book of Enlightenment. Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, family, but listen, man, but from now on, you know, this point forward, like I said, every first Sunday every month, we do a children's book read. We let the babies come on in and, you know, get them a good, nice little short book, and and let them read a good story about our African people, you know, real places, real people, real events. You know what I mean? Not you know, and this is stuff that you can research and find in the historical record. All right, so come and check us out, fam. Like I said, and we give away free books, man. Don't cost you nothing, man. We giving them away, don't cost you nothing. All you gotta do is let us put, you know, we're gonna spin the wheel, and it's going down, man. You can win your book. All right, don't cost you nothing. All we need is the address. We don't ask for PayPal or whatever the other ones is. We don't ask for none of that. No donations or nothing. We're doing this, man, because we love you. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we do. We gonna put the Black African history out there. You know, they done stopped it. The government told us that they said that they can't teach Black African history in the schools no more, right? No, they can't teach it, right? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our Black African history out here. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it out there. And we're gonna stay pushing it. And it's really important, family, that y'all, participate, you know. Uh, it's a reason why that they working so hard to erase our history. They working really hard, man, and they got it so bold that they doing it in our face now. They just took it down a nice little monument in Philadelphia, man. Um, about slavery. They just snatched it down. They don't want nobody to know about it. And it's a reason why they're going through these great lengths to hide our history, family. It's a reason. It's a really, really important reason. And we can't just allow them to rewrite our history in our face. We can't do it, man. They done already rewrote. All right. Now they're still trying to rewrite. They're still trying to rewrite. Right. Like I said, mark my words. In the next couple of years, you're gonna see where they're gonna come back and they're gonna say, well, they took the African history out of the schools. That was unconstitutional. We're gonna put it back in the schools. And guess what? That's when they're gonna come with that brand new book. That's gonna tell you that slavery was beneficial to the slaves and that they got some type of skills. Well, fam, you talking about the people that built the pyramids, fam. So that's all I'm saying, man. I live in Florida. They made it, to where the school system is not able to teach the Black African history. They said it is against the law. They put them in jail if they get caught teaching outside of that curriculum. All right. So all I'm saying is, and there's many more states that have petitioned for the same thing. So it's in a state coming soon, near you. It's coming soon. And if you don't believe me, look it up, family. They are taking our history out of these schools, man. They do not want it taught. And there is a reason. It's a good reason, man. It's a really good reason.
Man,
All
Anunnaki,
right.
man, man, them pyramids,
All
Anunnaki,
right.
man.
All right. Hey, so listen, fam. Hey, anyway, we back at y'all again, man, with the Pert and Haru. We're reading, we're going through it, and hey, fam, hey, buckle up, man. It's gonna be a good ride, man. Nice, fun ride, man. Peace to the panel, man. What's going on with you, Unc?
For sure, I'm energized. Uh, Gerald just put that up. Black history didn't start with slavery.
That's right.
Right? Didn't have a damn thing to do with that crooked ass Bible. And uh,
And Anunnaki, man, Anunnaki.
you can get that history, you can get that culture over here in Sankofa, 180 degrees.
Oh,
That's right.
really?
That's right, man. And he right. Slavery didn't. I mean, Black history didn't start with slavery.
And the
No, man.
damn sure enough didn't start with Adam and Eve or that damn Bible.
We got a really, really rich history, family. Rich history. Rich history, fam. All right.
Whoa, Wasabi,
Yeah.
whoa.
All right. Real rich history, man. Way before slavery. All right. Way before that. But peace, Gerald. Peace to you. No, hold on, not Gerald. Peace to you, E. Peace, King.
He over there flipping
Yeah,
meat.
yeah. He over there. He barbecuing. All right, we're gonna move to Prince, man. Prince Zaire. That's my
What's
man.
up? What's up?
Lifeguard.
What's up? What's
Peace,
up?
King.
Prince
Peace,
yeah,
King.
all hell Yeshua. All hell Yeshua.
Yeah,
Yeah.
About
yeah.
to get that shit tore up off the top, nigga.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know it. Sound like you
Mhm.
got a cold, man. Sound like
To
you got a
God.
cold. Hey, listen.
To
No, I hear
God.
you, King. Hey, peace to you, though, King. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Ready to get it turned up with Uncle. You know what I'm
Hey, welcome to the black side.
saying? I'm here, baby. I'm here.
Welcome to the black side. You about to get fed real good.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
You probably gonna throw that shit up, but we got it for you.
I'm
Hey,
on it,
well,
baby.
hey,
I'm on it.
that's
Welcome,
right.
welcome.
Hey, welcome, Fred. Welcome, Prince. Welcome, King. Glad to see
Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Hey, E, you back yet? If he ain't, man, hey, listen, man. There you go.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I just
All
stepped
right,
away from my
peace.
phone.
That's all right. Peace to you, King. Hey,
Peace to the panel. Peace to everybody. Peace to you, Prince. Gerald,
On the low.
Jamie.
Mm,
Huh? Much love to everybody. How y'all doing?
already.
peaceful, man. That's right.
Yes, sir.
All
Glad to
right.
be here.
Sweet, sweet. Hey man, so look, man. Last but not least, we're gonna turn this over to Gerald, man. This is thing, man, and he know this stuff, man. So this is why we so this is yeah, this brother, man, deep, man, with it. He deep with it, man. So peace to you, Gerald, man. Hey, we
On the
appreciate you,
low.
King. Come on through, man.
Hey, Gerald, don't
Already.
even hold back, man. Don't even
No.
hold back. Cap off, get it off the top, man. Don't even play
Oh,
with it.
no. Hinton Ham, it's the 100-year anniversary of what Dr. Carter G. Woodson started in 1926. And it was Black
1926.
History Week.
Mm,
50 years later, in 1976, it got established the Black History Month.
mm,
And now we 50 years in 2026 after that.
mm,
And as Jamie said, it's a threat to America. Teaching Black history in some states in America is a criminal offense. So, as my thing say, and it's been regulated to a month, Black history didn't start with slavery. All the history started with Black history. Humanity started with Black history. So that we don't know that. And that we have to have a month regulated. And people gonna be mad. White people on social media is gonna be mad as fuck about why we ain't got no money and why y'all got that and what and you gonna hear black people mad about it. But it's the history of humanity. And it's been distorted. And all we try to do is tell the truth.
that's it.
We just trying to tell the truth. And we unapologetically, unashamedly, and proud to be black. Proud to be African. And proud to come from an African point of view. And today we're going to be dealing with some of our spirituality that's heard in the room. So I just wanted to make sure people understood what Black History Month in 100 years that it was started from Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who wrote one of the greatest books, The Miseducation of the Negro.
Mm.
And
The
that's what it's all about.
miseducation of the Negro.
And
Whoa.
that's all we trying to be doing from that point. Trying to get knowledge of him, get proper education. And we're going to deal with some of that in our spirituality tonight. Black power, black love.
That's
RBG,
right,
baby.
fam. All right,
Already.
family. All right, family. There we go. See, there we go, man. All right. So listen, man. Our history. Hey, man. People. They ask the question, why is this so important? Like, what's the point? So what that they changed in the history? So what? I mean, what can we do about it? And why are you so worried about it? Well, because man, if you don't know how the hell we got to slavery, if you go back to our history and you see how rich our history was, and see how should I say how rich our history is, right? And then you see how we fail and how and what happened and how we ended up on the bottom, right? Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all don't know, if you don't know how you got to that point, if you don't know what happened and the steps that it took or that they took to get you to that point, you won't recognize it when it happens again. You won't recognize it when it happens again. And trust and believe, these people is not trying to give up their place of power. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it on their own. All right? They're not gonna do it. So they're gonna always try to keep their foot on your neck. They only make up 5 to 7% of the world population. The world population.
You better quit playing. You better come on in.
Hey man, I'm just trying to tell you. Pay attention, family. Yeah, they go erasing our history. So you don't know what's going, the steps that they taking to keep their foot on your neck, right? Look, pay attention to what's going on around America today, man, and these other countries. And tell me, man, why it's so important for us to know our history, the history before slavery and this slavery and that history. But we need to know how before slavery, where we were before then, right? Our culture.
So
What
I
was
just
you
found out something.
what
I didn't
was you
interrupt you, big
practicing?
dog.
Hold on, King. What were we practicing before we were conquered and subjugated? What were we doing? What was our culture? What was our spiritual system? Right? What was your core belief? Right? So I'm just saying, fam, uh, pay attention, man. Hey, we trying to push this history on to you. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you can't find it in historical data, it didn't happen. It just didn't happen. And it ain't happening. All right. But if you find it in historical data, family, you better read it. So you won't repeat that messed up history of how we got our necks up under some boots. Anyway, fam. Hey, man. We're gonna kick it off. Hey, Prince, go ahead, King. What was you saying?
I just want to know, like I just found out something on the Titanic. Was that true about the powerful black people that they had murdered on that boat? You had a lot of like what's his name? Damn, I just read about him last night. But it was supposed to be that been prominent Moorish people on there, like very rich people. A black woman that was rich.
I'm not
Other
sure, King. I ain't never really checked that out, man. I ain't never, got into the Titanic or none of that. I really
Yeah, I
haven't.
saw that. My cousin put me on it, man. She said that they had predominant black uh, land owners and uh, millionaires, man, and they were against the colonization movement. And yeah, you know that one scene. I don't know if you ever seen Titanic, where the white lady and the white man laying in the bed. They die in the bed together. Well, in actuality, that was black. There was two black people, black man and a black woman, my brother.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know, King. I ain't
Yeah,
even. I
Yeah,
yeah.
never
well,
even.
I'm gonna do. You know, I was thinking about that other presentation, but since I found this out, I want to bring that to the minds of attention too. So it might be something I'll throw up out there one day. But it's
What?
pretty deep,
Some
man.
Titanic?
Yeah, man. That when that there was a plot, that there was a plot to sink it, bro. Hey, you
Oh,
laughing
okay.
and shit. This is a
Yeah, I
documented
get it.
stuff. You say if it's documented, and this is documented of the black people who owned it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, Moorish people, black prominent people in United States in the society that had a lot of pull, man. That it wasn't just
Yeah,
It wasn't
that's
just
some other shit, man. That's some other shit. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
we about black divinity, Prince,
This
black
is black divinity.
culture.
Why you always
It
knocking
ain't
when I be saying stuff?
I
That
ain't
is about
always
black
knocking you. I'm
divinity. They
telling you
would
what
say
we doing on
what
Sankofa. You
and
keep
so
trying to bring
black
that crazy
divinity on a
shit.
boat that they dropped down.
This is Friday discussion.
I
Friday
got you, homie.
discussion.
I got you,
Yeah.
dog.
You see
I
what I'm
got you.
saying? I
Yeah,
ain't knocking you, man. I'm saying this is a presentation.
I
All
got you,
right.
dog. I
Okay.
just
I
brought it
love you,
up.
my
You
dude,
said
man.
something about.
I
All right,
love you, my dude. We got it.
all right.
All right. So all right, hold on. Give me a second. And then I'm gonna yeah, give me 1 second. And I'm gonna kick it off, all right?
Let's get it.
Yeah, let me kick it off. All right. All right, here we go, man. All right, family. So look, so we had the yoga philosophy and the world religious philosophies defined. All right. This is them defined.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. Yeah, let me give me.
I
What
missed
page
Friday. So
is
what
that? What
page
page
we
we
on?
on?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, man. We at the bottom of page 34.
Okay, yeah, that's where I
Bottom
was
of page
at.
34. Okay.
Yeah, at yoga philosophy and the world religious philosophies defined. All right. Y'all there?
Yep.
Uh, 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 E, you there?
Oh,
All right.
almost. I'm on 31, 31, 34. I'm there.
Okay. All right, man. Yoga
I'm there, but I'm there.
philosophies and disciplines have developed independently as well as in conjunction with religious philosophies. It may be accurate to say that yoga is a science unto itself, which religions have used to incorporate into their religious philosophies and practices by relating the yogic principles to symbols such as deities, gods, goddesses, angels, saints, etc. The following is a brief description of yoga philosophy in comparison to the philosophies which develop alongside it. All right. So, yoga philosophy, human consciousness, and universal consciousness are in reality one and the same. The appearance of separation is a mental illusion. Yoga is the mystical and mindful, thoughtful, aware, observant union, individual and universal conscious by integrating the aspects of individual personality, thereby allowing the personality to be purified so that it may behold its true essence. All right. Mystic chapter of Ranu Pert Haru, the ancient Egyptian book of enlightenment, uh, Vedanta philosophy, spiritual philosophy of mystical psychology of ancient India. One, absolute monism. Only God is reality, all else is imagination. Two, modified monism. God is to nature as soul is to body. All right. Monotheism. Monotheism means the belief in the existence of a single God in the universe. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are the major monotheistic religions. It must be noted here that the form of monotheism espoused by the major Western religions is that of an exclusive, personified deity exists in fact, and is separate from creation. In contrast, the monotheism of ancient Egyptian, Hindu, agnostic Christian traditions envisions a single supreme deity that is expressed as a supreme deity of all other traditions, as well as phenomenal world. It is not exclusive, but universal. And then we have polytheism. Polytheism means the belief in or worship of many gods. Such gods usually have specific attributes or functions. Then they have totemism. Totemism. Totemism is the belief in the idea that there is a relationship between kinship groups and specific animals and plants. Many scholars believe that religions which use these symbols are primitive because they are seen as worshiping those animals themselves. However, when the mythology behind the beliefs is examined more closely, the totems are understood as symbols of specific tutelary deities which relate the individuals to a group and also to the greater workings of nature and ultimately to God. And then we got pantheism. One, absolute pantheism. Everything there is God. God and creation are one. Number two, modified pantheism. God is the reality of principle behind nature. And then we got pantheism, term coined by K.C.F. Krauss, 1781 to 1832, to describe the doctrine that God is immanent in all things, but also transcendent, so that every part of the universe has its existence in God, but He is more than the sum total of the parts. Chemeticism, Shaitan nature, ancient Egyptian philosophy, Egyptian yoga, monotheistic polytheism, ancient Egyptian religion encompass, encompasses a single and absolute supreme deity that expresses as a cosmic force, God and goddesses, human beings, and nature. All right. Hinduism, Mahayana, and Buddhism. One, monotheistic and polytheistic. All right. We are on page 30, top of page 36, the ancient Egyptian, oh, no, I'm sorry, the three stages of religion. All right. Hold on. All right. While on the surface, it seems that there are many differences between the philosophies. Upon closer reflection, there is only one major division, that of belief or non-belief. Among the believers, there are differences of opinion as to how to believe. This is the source of all trouble between religions. This is because ordinary religion is deistic, based on traditions and customs which are themselves based on culture. Since culture varies from place to place and from one time in history to another, there will there will always be some variation of spiritual traditions. These differences will occur not only because between cultures, but even within the same culture. An example of this is Christianity with its myriad and denominations, myriad of denominations. Therefore, those who cling to the idea that religion has to be related to a particular culture and its specific practices or rituals will always have some differences with someone else's conception. In the three stages of religion, myth, ritual, and mysticism, culture belongs to the myth stage of religious practice, the most elementary level. All right, so we got myth, ritual, and mysticism. An important theme, which will be developed throughout the volume, is the complete practice of religion. That is, in its three aspects, mythology, ritual, and metaphysical, or the mystical experience. Mysticism, mystical philosophy, at the first level of human beings being learn the stories and traditions of the religion. At the second level, are rituals are learned and practiced. At the third level, a spiritual experiment is led to actually go beyond myths and rituals and to attain the ultimate goal of religion. This is an important principle because many religions present different aspects of philosophy to different levels, at different levels, excuse me. And an uninformed onlooker may label it as primitive or adulterous, etc., um, without understanding what is going on. For example, Hinduism and ancient Egyptian religion presents polytheism and duality at the first two levels of religious practice. However, at the third level, mysticism, the practitioner is made to understand that all the gods and goddesses being worshipped do not exist in fact, but are in reality aspects of the single, transcendent, 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 wait a minute.
Yeah, transcendental.
Yeah, transcendental supreme self. This is evident in the Pert M. Haru. In the area of yoga philosophy and the category of monism, there is little, if any, differences. This is because these disciplines belong to the third level of religion, wherein mysticism reaches its height. The goal of all mysticism is to transcend the phenomenal world and all mental concepts. Ordinary religion is a part of the world and the mental concept of people and must too be ultimately transcended.
Mm.
Selected spiritual philosophies compared. The sages of ancient times created philosophies through which it might be possible to explain origins of creation. As we saw above, they have set out to create disciplines which could lead a person to discover for themselves the spiritual truths of life and thereby realize the higher reality which lies beyond the phenomenal world. These disciplines are referred to as religions and spiritual philosophies, mysticism, yoga. Below is a basic listing of world religions and spiritual philosophies. All right. Table 1, religious philosophies. We got Shaitan nature, excuse me. Non-dualist, metaphysics, God manifests as nature and cosmic force, Neteru, union with the divine through wisdom, devotion and identification with the divine. Vedanta, non-dualist, metaphysics, God alone exists, union with the divine through wisdom, devotion, and identification with the divine. Samkhya, dualist philosophy, discipline of understanding what is real, God from what is unreal, transcendent world of time and space. Buddhism, union with the absolute through extinction of desire. Then we have yoga, mystical tradition, union individual consciousness with the absolute consciousness, God, through through uh cessation of mental activity by wisdom, devotion and identification with the divine. Here's an example: Egyptian yoga, Indian yoga, Christian yoga, Buddhist yoga, Chinese Taoist yoga. Table 2, religious categories. Theism, belief in a God which will save you. Here's an example: Orthodox Christian, Orthodox Islam, and Orthodox Judaism. Atheism, salvation by doing what makes you happy. There is no God, only existence which just happened on its own. Any help. Example, atheists, uh, existentless, stoics, and humanists. And then we got ethicism, salvation by performing the right action. Example, Zoroastrian, Jainism, crucifixism. Wait, yeah, Confucianism, excuse me, and Aristotleism. All right, and then we got ritualism, salvation by performing the correct rituals. Example, what's that? Braha.
Brahma.
Oh, that's Brahmanism.
Yeah.
Brahmanism and priestcraft. And then we got monism, salvation by understanding that all is self-God. Example, Taoism, Spinoza, Kabbalism, Sufism, idealism, Christian Science, Gnostics, Christianity, Vedanta, Satan Lecture, and Buddhism. So like all of them. Huh. The next page is part 1, chapter 1, origins of basis of mysticism in the Ranu per M. Haru. Then they have some meta nature here. Some scenes. But
Gerald, do you know what those are?
somebody want to show that show that on the screen.
No, what?
The
Any of that description there?
the scene. Okay.
Now, when I'm looking at, I know that the Ma, you see the bird with the face on it like that.
Right.
That's the soul. So you see the soul, and some kind of way you see that the man pillar up under him. That's connecting you to a soul. So some kind of way, that's the soul of the soul. And that lady right there holding her heart. So, I don't know what to say in a moment. than this listen. But I know I'm looking at that's like a saw, the soul of a saw, and then lady. I'm trying to see if they look alike. They might be her looking at herself, looking at her soul.
All right, because
If that makes sense.
if it's anything of the judgment scene, that's exactly what it would be.
Yeah. But I'm looking at them faces on the nerve on the house on the nerve, and then I'm looking at her. And they faces kind of look alike. So she's looking at her own soul.
Good. Right.
That would mean that for me looking at it. Yeah.
That was some really good reading that we read too. I know we ain't done, but this part in the myth, the ritual, and the mysticism. So when people are, trying to claim that we have bird head gods and all that stuff, this says in the area of yoga philosophy and the category of monism, there are little, if any, differences. This is because the disciplines belong to the third level of religion, wherein mysticism reaches its height. The goal of all mysticism is to transcend the phenomenal world and all mental concepts. Ordinary religion is part of the world and the mental concepts of people, and must to be ultimately transcended. I think I was going to read something else, but
You good?
sorry. No, I'm good.
Okay. Hey, you want to take it right there, and then
I'll let E take it, man.
E,
I'll let E read because I'm stuttering a little bit.
you good?
Yeah, let me clean my glasses up. I'm like I said, smoke off my glasses. Smoke
Okay.
film. Yeah, let me wiping them up now.
All right.
Yeah, let me clean them up. No taste.
I'll pick back up in a minute, man.
Uh,
I just want to eat real quick.
oh, that's all good. Um, hold on, give me a minute. Let me get my water.
I think I missed a line there. Let me just read this one more time. However, the third level of mysticism, the practitioner is made to understand that all of the gods and goddesses being worshipped do not exist in fact, but are in reality aspects of a single transcendental supreme self. This is evident in the Pert Heru. That was what I wanted to read.
Yeah, that's the whole knowledge of self right there.
Right.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what knowledge of
That's
self.
it.
Better than them first learn are not all in that room. You with me?
Right.
Then you learn the never rule aspects of the one. They're all aspects of this one Lord. Then you, the next level is understand you are that one.
Right. Right. Right.
It's a little thing that you gotta keep messing with, or you gotta keep reading, and you keep living with it. Then you start talking in the language. I am the creator of one. I am a star. Whatever the letter is, I am it. You know what I'm saying? Learn about what them aspects are. And if it ain't related to you, it don't mean nothing. Or if you can't find out what it means to you, if it ain't, you ain't got to that next level yet.
Right. And Jamie read back here too, the separation of the two, the polytheism. Let me see here. There's pantheism. Oh yeah. Monotheistic, polyism, ancient Egyptian.
Do y'all accept that definition? Monotheism, polytheism, some people say that don't make no goddamn sense. Do y'all accept it? Do y'all reject it? Do you understand it? You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's why I'm going back to it.
Already.
Right? Yeah. Absolute pantheism and everything there is God, is God. And creation are one. Modified pantheism, God is the reality or principle behind nature. Pantheism, term coined by KCF Krauss, 1781 through 1832, to describe the doctrine that God is an immanent in all things, but also transient, so that every part of the universe has its existence in God, but he is more than the sum total of the parts. See, that's yeah. I gotta read that. And see, man, they say I'm stumbling a little bit, but to coin this is coined by KCF Krauss to describe the doctrine that God is immanent in all things, but also transient, so that every part of the universe has its existence in God, but he is more than the sum total of the parts. See, and that sounds different than what we're talking about, right? Monotheism, polyism, monotheistic polyism. Ancient Egyptian religion encompasses a single and absolute supreme deity that expresses and as the cosmic forces, God and goddesses, human beings in nature. But it still takes me back to that last ending part. However, the third level of mysticism, the practitioner is made to understand that all the gods and goddesses being worshipped do not exist, but are in reality aspects of the single transcendental supreme self. That is evident in this book that we gonna keep on reading. All right, I'm good.
Remember I used to always tell y'all you're getting initiated. And then you realize them laws that you thought was real is not real. They you.
Right,
Yeah. That's why infinite. That myth is all around. You with me?
right.
They got the statues on the hard-headed people, all that. Y'all done seen Henry. They got all the statues and all that. So everybody walking around and learn the myth and know about the myth, and they can take it literal. You with me? Even back in the day, you can take that shit literal.
Right.
Until you get to a level where you question it and get initiated and go to that next level of modeling. That's what it was about. Then you realize and understand through the teaching that them aspects of nature, or even if you believe they were nature, them are aspects of your human nature. That's the highest level.
I'm trying to get it.
Yeah. Or you might think, oh, all right, I know that there's only one Lord, and I believe in Lord. There's only one. That's one level. Some people are at that level, I believe there's only one Lord. When you say, are you that Lord?
Oops.
Contagious, well, I'm not believing in nothing outside myself. I'm that. Or if I believe in, I'm one with it.
Right. Right.
Ain't nothing outside it. Or that's what when you're reading about pantheism. At the end when it says that he is more than the sum of the total parts, it had a message in your mind and like, what he? What, that's
Yeah.
still kind of putting
Exactly.
from outside. You know what I'm saying? That's outside the totality. No,
And
no.
it's a he.
Yeah, and all that kind of shit. No. Yeah. So that's it's a A mind thing is a psychology, a psychological thing. Your mind you have to learn on a level of understanding. If
You know,
you
that's
don't
pretty.
have a level of some people don't have a level of understanding and be able to, break shit down and relate stuff, you know what I'm saying? They won't never get it. They're not at that level yet. For
Yeah,
whatever
man.
reason. I got members in my family where they never got me. They don't think on this level.
That's the steps. Those are the steps. You know what I'm saying? You learn who they are, you learn the principles of them, and then you apply them. You internalize them. You know what I'm saying? Those they are you. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Yeah, that's that's like it's like a prerequisite, man. You have to go through that before you can even move forward. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Before you can ever move forward. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry about that, Lee. I know I held you up, but I just lead up and hit the leg for a little bit.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Mm.
Lee, you got anything you want to say on that before you start reading? Or anything we read?
Oh no, not necessarily. Other than when you went back to the pages of looking at what page were you on? Looking at the different
I was
religion. Was that Poly?
I was on page
Page is that?
35 when I first
You say
started.
30?
35.
When you're 35?
Yeah, and then I went
No,
to
let's go back.
and then I
Okay,
went to
35. I got you.
36.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Those are all aspects. Well, if you look at different ones, polytheism, totemism, totemism, pantheism, you're still dealing with African folks. You ain't left
Right.
Mm.
Africa yet. I mean, if you
Right.
think about it. So, and if you go back to those early groups, the Twas, down that Great Lakes region, that's when you get into where you can go and find out, dang there, where they started dealing with totemism and things like that. So it gradually moved as these people moved and developed, and you can see how you begin to go from here to the highest culture humanity has ever seen. You can see its origins, but you got to study that too. Anyway, that's just my talk. Anyway, what we at page 39,
Let
right?
me just say this too, E.
Hold
Let me say this real quick, E.
on. Okay, all
Because
right.
this up here says pantheism. Everything there is God. God and
Yeah.
creation are one. And then it says down in
Okay.
and then it says down under oh, that's pantheism. Okay, that's a different one. Okay.
Pan just
Where
means a
Cross was
cross.
at.
Pan just means
So
just a word like
that's where he
Pan
said,
African. That's the same. Yeah.
okay, okay. But
Pan. That's
they
the
made
same as
it
when we say Pan African.
but they made a distinction of he instead of the divine feminine and masculinity. It specifically says, but he is more than the sum total of all parts. And you said we're still
Well,
in
that was
Africa.
some
We're still in Africa on this page, but I don't like that part right there.
polytheism, monotheism, totemism, pantheism. That pantheism, that tells you that was coined by somebody named Krauss. I ain't talking about that character. I'm
Right,
saying
right,
that obviously that's somebody mess he named. But when you
right.
look at the aspects of how humans saw themselves in relationship to God and creation, you can see the different levels of it all coming from the same group of same folks, the same area, or not same area, same continent. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And then you can see how it
Thank you for that
developed
clarity
and
though,
how it
man.
spread. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that not the one term which is clearly spoken. It's term coined by KCF Krause.
Right.
Whoever that cat was, he was just giving it, trying to describe his take on it, whatever. But anyway, all right. Hold on for me. Just that looks good. That looks good. Creation. We're on 39, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, let me just go ahead and way here. All right, sure. Sticklers, right? All right, yeah. Everybody can hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. All right. Uh, Introduction to the philosophy of the Pert Him Heru. What is the Ranu Pert Him Heru? The scriptures presented in this volume come from the extension body of text known as the Egyptian Book of the Dead. These texts span the entire history of ancient Egypt, beginning with the pyramid texts in the early dynastic period. These are followed by the coffin texts, which are followed by the late dynastic texts, which were recorded on a variety of different media, of which the most popular known is papyrus. The teachings of mystical spirituality are contained in the most ancient writings of Egypt, even those preceding the dynastic or pharaonic periods, 4500 BCE to 600 ACE. The most extensive expositions of the philosophy may be found in the writings, which have in modern times been referred to as the Egyptian Book of the Dead. It was originally known as Ra Nu Pert Em Heru, or Ra Nu Pert Em Heru, or Ru Nu Pert Em Heru. Ra, words, teachings, liturgy, Nu equals of, Pert or Pert equals going out, M or M equals as or through, Heru or Heru equals spiritual light or enlightened being, the god Heru. This may therefore be translated as the word utterances for coming into the spiritual light, enlightenment, or becoming one with Heru.
Mm.
Thus, the rod, y'all ready? Hold on, let me stop.
No. Mm-mm.
Want to say something? Okay.
Uh-uh. Lord.
Thus, all right. Thus, the Ra Nu Pert Em Heru is a collection of words used to affirm spiritual wisdom and to direct human beings toward a positive spiritual movement. Each Ra or Ru contains affirmations of mystical wisdom that enables a human being to understand and experience that particular aspect of divinity. The collection of these verses has been referred to as chapters, utterances, or spells by Egyptologists for
Good. Here we
to
go.
corrupt.
Here we go.
There they go. They're gonna put a spell on you. Boy. They're gonna put a spell on you. Oh boy. While the teachings presented in the Ra Nu Pert Ra 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 Nu Pert Em Heru
Hey,
may
let
be
me just
thought of
pause real quick,
as being
man.
presented.
Let me
All
just
right, all
say
right, all right.
that Jamie, that is the page that I opened up to and read when I first got this book, and it read about the spells and stuff. So I just wanted to let you three know that that's exactly where I pump my brakes at.
Yeah, yeah, hey, and I'm gonna
God,
tell
that
you, man.
closed that motherfucker up. It was out.
Hey, he ready up close and called me breathing hard and shit. Like, hey, man, hey, man. Like, hey, that motherfucker got spells in it. I ain't gonna be able to bring it in my house, man. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know that right now, man. I'm not bringing that in my house.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. All right, we can go, man. I just wanted to bring the like that what I just said. So good, man. Go ahead.
Now, the heat
All right,
thing.
I think y'all
Hold on. The heat thing is when you know that concealing, right?
say it again.
You know that concealing is utterances. You with me?
Right.
Yeah.
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 Now, they should have used chapters. But the Egyptologists love to use the word spell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me
Oh
use
yeah.
utterance, let me use chapter. When you are a lot of time here, when somebody really trying to think negative, they'll always say spell.
But look what
Right.
they
But
tell
the
you. They
paper
tell you
killing,
what the word
yeah.
spell mean. They know. They know. That word meant something to them. So when they was describing our shit, they're using words to describe it so they can understand for them, not for us. They give a fuck if we was gonna come back later on and read this shit. But like you say, that word spell is a hell of a word to know
Right.
because that goes into how these motherfuckers is using your language and your information against you. Yeah, they was
Right.
calling it spell because it felt like once they able to use it against you, it was gonna put your ass to sleep on your own shit. And so
And
the way they saw the
you
spell
ain't
was to
gonna
put
wanna
you
listen
under
to it.
their influence.
Let me
No,
let,
And
no, hell
yeah.
no.
let me read
No,
what
you gonna look away from it. You gonna look away
That
from it.
it'll mean it nevertheless. That'll mean your enlightenment from nevertheless by falling in a spell.
Make you
let
look
me
away from it.
let
Yep.
me just read the etymology that I pulled up. The word spell has a fascinating
All right,
dual.
pull it up. Let me go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it? You got the
No, you got it.
etymology?
Go. I said, go ahead. I'm good.
Okay. The word spell has a
No,
fascinating.
no, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Okay, bet. The word spell has a fascinating dual origin, stemming from the Old English spell, story, news, speech, and French speller to explain, read letter by letter, both tracking back to uh, Germanic roots meaning to tell, to leading to its modern sense of storytelling, reading words and magical incantations, narrative or recitation meant to enact change. So anybody else can go ahead and look at the rest of what's available down there.
You just
But
said it. Meant to enact change. So
right,
recanting. I mean, saying something somebody else has said or created. You gonna say it to reenact change in the person you said it to. So either
there
I
we
got to say
go.
a certain thing in a certain way. You dig what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
Right. But
Uh-huh.
they were like you hear the word spell. Like you heard it all and you thought it was negative, right?
Sure did.
But what do people read at church and they call them?
Mm,
The gospel.
right.
They call us gospels.
The
That's the
gospel.
gospel, bro.
Spell is
That's
the
the gospel.
gospel. Yeah. But now when they put it on it's gospel. But it's the same
Oh, it's
spell
gospel.
word in it. Yeah.
That's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing Jamie told me right off the
Because you,
rip.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
I said, no shit.
Yeah. All right, let's get it going.
Ready? Okay. All right. Where did I start? I think we were while the teachings presented in the Ranu Pert Emheru may be thought of as being presented in chapters and referred to as such, they must also be thought of as special words, which, when understood, internalized, and lived, will lead a person to spiritual freedom. In this volume, we will refer to the groupings of subjects as chapters, which may be better defined for our usage here as a collection of haiku, words of power, which impart a spiritual teaching and affirm that teaching, and by their repeated utterances make it a reality. The term Ru may be used as a shortened version of Rau. I'm assuming I'm saying it right, Rau. It was not until after 1500 BCE that the collections of Ru were compiled in the form of papyrus scrolls and standardized to some degree. However, this process of standardization was not as rigid as the canonization of the books of the Bible, which had been separate scriptures related to Christianity and Judaism prior to around the year 350 ACE. In Egyptian mythology, Heru is not only a reference to the god who is the son of Set and Asar, Isis and Osiris, but Heru also means day and light. In fact, day and light are two of the most important attributes of the god Heru, who is understood as the highest potential of every human being.
Mm.
Therefore, the title may also read as the book of coming forth by into the day, the guide for becoming Heru, the chapters for coming into the light, or the book of enlightenment.
Mm.
The writings were named the Egyptian Book of the Dead by modern Egyptologists who obtained them from the modern day dwellers of the area, northeast African Arabs, who said they were found buried with the ancient Egyptian dead. In the interest of simplicity and consistency, the name Pert Heru will be used throughout this text. The
Love it.
pyramid text
Love
and
it.
the book of coming forth by day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pyramid text
Y'all done
and the
heard
book of
me.
coming forth by day. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all done heard me say that a million
Hello?
times. Like they found the ants who were digging up the waters, found the papyrus, and they were just saying that the dead man look.
Right.
The
But
dead man book.
imagine if they called it, like you said, we always know about the book of the land, but why they didn't call it the book of the lightning? You know what I'm saying? The coming of the
Because
light.
they didn't know what they was looking at. They didn't know
Yeah,
what they was looking. They didn't know what it was. They had no idea what that shit meant or what it read, how it read.
right.
Somebody else told them they should be interested in it. Them motherfuckers was trying to get some rice or some shit. They ain't know they weren't trying to figure out what the hell it meant. Because if they was interested in what it meant, they shouldn't have fucking give it to nobody. They'd have put that
Right.
shit
Yeah,
up.
And,
Shit.
right.
and they
Hell
were trying to
no. They
they
were
were trying to
sure to
get
give
them
it to no
they were
sure
trying
hell
to
give
get
no
them
foreigners.
they were trying
Shit.
to get them some barley, huh, man?
Some
Yeah.
goddamn grains,
But
some millet,
they
man.
ain't got
Some millet.
nothing
Some
to do
pep.
with the name of the book, is my point. The book is the book of coming forth my name. The guide for the coming to the room. The chapters of coming into the light. The book of enlightenment. We don't call it the book
Yeah.
of the land. You stupid ass
Right,
motherfucker.
right.
Yeah, stupid. Damn.
See, of all
Yeah.
names, you motherfucker pick this. God damn. Boy, I tell you. Yeah. Hold on, let me wet my eyes. Hold on. Okay, where we stop at? Text
The
throughout
last
oh
paragraph.
shit. Hold up.
The
The
last
pyramid.
paragraph.
All
The
The
right.
last
pyramid book.
paragraph.
Okay, yeah. All right. The pyramid text and the book of coming forth by day are similar in scripture and purpose. It is correct is correct to understand that the text referred to as Book of Coming Forth by Day evolved out of the pyramid text writings. This is because the pyramid texts are the early form of the well-known texts which have been called the Book of Coming Forth by Day. The pyramid texts are hieroglyphic writings contained in the pyramid tombs of the kings of the early dynastic period. Both are collections of utterances, originally recorded in hieroglyphics, which lead to the initiate to transform his or her consciousness from human to divine by purifying the mind with wisdom about the natural gods and goddesses. Divine, my eyes is blurry. Hold on. Divine forces in the universe, and through the practice of ritual which promote personality and integration and thus spiritual transformation. Each of these constitute major treatises in ancient Egyptian philosophy and together constitute an advanced holistic system of spiritual development. All of these have as the main purpose to affect the union of the individual human being with the transcendental self. This philosophy of spiritual transcendence and enlightenment did not begin with the dawn of the dynastic period in ancient Egypt. The evidence from ancient texts and the history of Manetho show that the ancient Egyptian history, which is known about, is only the descendant of a much more ancient area, area of Egyptian civilization. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Talk to
You
me.
got to go on down south, man.
Get to me.
You got to go on south, baby. You got to get on down south to understand where it come from. To understand what all the elements were. You got to go back. Because when they said it. They said it. We come from the foothills. From what? We come from the foothills of the land of mountain and the moon, where God happy dwell. They already said we come from down south. Them my people down there. We done
Right.
came on up this waterway, man, and ended up here. But no, And I believe also in certain times, that's why the worship of certain constellations change. That's why, and not only did they look, you know what I mean, like we say, look up north or up south and down north, but it was also based, they were also looking at certain constellations in the southern sky. And those constellations, I believe, were because whatever at certain time frames were more important than others, based on who was in charge, who was in the kings at that time. But all those things played a part in why things shifted, why belief systems shifted, why deities kind of shifted. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just a side note. Just a side note. But
Hey, that's right,
very
E. That's that.
interesting just to see how that cult. I'm, yeah, go ahead.
No, no, I'm saying you. Yeah, you dead on, dead on.
Yeah, that cultural continuity was present from north to south, to east to the west. We was moving about, and if you look at the veins of the continent of Africa, man, that's not hard to do on that water, man. And especially when you understand how that current goes, and the wind moves on the Nile and alone, but on river systems, that's moving water. That's moving water. So shit, you can
Right.
move on it. So
So
naturally,
you move on it.
ideas, people gonna move on the water where they're gonna bring their ideas and they're gonna share their ideas like we share ideas to this day. And that was the beauty of it. But I think when it got to them Europe's, when it got to the folks who was trying to study us, they made it sound like we was all different folks doing different shit, and there was no connection between who we were and we was different people. They were trying to classify us as different folk. They call us the Nilotic Negro, the different names they want to give it just because that's maybe physical stature and things of that nature. You know what I mean? But man, culture continuity was there. It's evident. That's all I'm saying. It's very evident.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah.
That's good
Maybe I'll go
shit.
back. Yes, sir.
You say you gotta go back. Talk to
Um,
me.
so yeah, yeah, because that's good to know because that go back. I think we were talking about that a while back about that little guy, that little Twa, that little small person coming out to Congo that we can still look back and look at his cousin to this day. He looked the same way. He the one walked up out of Africa and started populating other parts of this world, man. Yeah, look, it was him. That's
That's
I'm
right. That's
telling you.
right. That's
You talking
right.
about
Yeah,
That's
You
right.
talking about Bushwick.
yes, sir.
You
Talking
talking
about the
about
little
Bushwick.
toit.
Yeah,
Talking about the toit. The
yeah.
toit. The toit.
He said Bush, a Twa,
Yeah. Yeah. Shit.
a
What you
Twa.
think? What you
Yeah,
think best? Who you
yes,
think best
sir.
was? Who you think
Right.
best was? Best was the toit.
Right. We neophyte.
That exactly. There you go. There you
We,
go. There
we
you go. There you
neophyte
go.
the
God
early,
best right there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We neophyte the less.
There you go. We did find there you go. Yeah. Come on now. Real talk. That's it.
That's right.
That's it. So I'm gonna shoot you some more.
Yeah.
Ancient Egyptian religion as yoga. The ancient Egyptians practiced yoga. Yoga. Also yoga. A Hindu discipline aimed at training the consciousness for a state of perfect spiritual insight and tranquility. A system of exercises practiced as part of this discipline to promote control of the body and mind. Yogic. American Heritage Dictionary. Adjective. Most people have heard of yoga as an exercise. However, yoga is a vast science of human psychology and spiritual transformation, which includes physical and mental health as a prerequisite for further progress. Yoga in all of its disciplines was practiced in ancient Egypt, Kemet, Kemet, or Tamari, and is the subject of the ancient Egyptian mysteries. That's the subject of the mysteries. Oh, excuse me, let me sneeze.
Bless you.
That's
Excuse me. Um, Thank you. Uh, where we at? Oh, okay. Ancient Egyptian mysteries. Yoga as its practice in ancient Egypt included the disciplines of virtuous living, dietary purification, study of the wisdom teachings, and their practice in daily life. Hold on. Psychophysical and psychospiritual exercises and meditation. Practitioners of Indian yoga, Buddhist yoga, and Chinese yoga, Taoism today refer to all of these disciplines as yogic disciplines. Therefore, the ancient Egyptians were the first practitioners of yoga philosophy in our history. Though a process of gradually blending these in the course of ordinary life, an individual can effect miraculous changes in his or her life and thereby achieve the supreme goal of all existence, the goal of yoga, union with the higher self. The term Egyptian yoga and the philosophical behind it. Egyptian yoga is what has been commonly referred to as Egyptologists by Egyptologists as Egyptian religion or mythology. But to think of it as just set of stories or allegories about a long lost civilization is to completely miss the greatest secrets of human existence. As previously discussed, yoga in all of its forms was practiced in Egypt earlier than anywhere else in our history. This unique perspective from Africa provides a new way to look at life, religion, and the discipline of psychology. Perhaps most importantly, though Egyptian mythology, when understood as a system of yoga, gives every individual insight into their own divine nature.
Mm.
This is its true worth. Dr. Naeem Akbar speaks on this specifically. This here is some serious psychology. It dealt with the mind. So we've been dealing with the mind a long time. He said
Right.
we've been dealing with the mind, how to elevate our mind. Shit. Doc, he said, he told it in his books. Anyway, the
Yeah,
teachings
that's
of
real.
yoga are at the heart of Pert. That's real talk, for sure. Pert M. Haru. As explained, the word yoga is a Sanskrit term meaning to unite the individual with the cosmic. The term has been used in certain parts of this book for ease of communication since the word yoga has received wide popularity, especially in Western countries in recent years. Ancient Egyptian equivalent of yoga is sima or sama means union, and the following determinatives term gives it a spiritual significance, at once equating it with the term yoga as it is used in India. When used in conjunction with the ancient Egyptian symbol, which means land, Ta, the term union of the two lands arises. Sma Tawi. Sma Tawi. All
Mm.
right. Hey, let me stop right here. I gotta go check my wings. Hold on for a minute. Get back.
Gotta go check that bird.
Let me take a quick pause.
Hey, don't
And
worry about it.
I
You
gotta
want
check
me?
that bird, man, and wet my whistle.
Okay, you want me to go, shoot
What you
from
said?
here? You want
Yeah,
me to
go ahead.
shoot?
Keep jamming. I'll jump back in. I can jump back here.
Okay.
He gonna miss some of it
Yeah,
though.
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay,
I'm
bet.
going
Okay.
with it.
All
I'm still
right.
listening.
All right. All right. In chapter
Yeah.
4 and chapter 17 of the Pert M. Haru, a term Sma Tawi is used. It means union of the two lands of Egypt. Ergo, Egyptian yoga. The two lands refer to the two main districts of the country, north and south. In ancient times, Egypt was divided into two sections of land areas. These are known as Lower and Upper Egypt. In ancient Egyptian mystical philosophy, the land of Upper Egypt relates to the divinity of Heru, who represents the higher self, and the land of Lower Egypt relates to Set. Hold on, Set, the divinity of the lower self. So Smitawi means the union of the two lands, or the union of the lower self with the higher self.
A little dry.
The lower self relates to that which is negative and uncontrollable to the human mind, while the higher self
A little bit.
relates to
Oh, that's the
that
top
which
one.
is above temptation and is good in the human heart. Thus, we also have the ancient Egyptian term Smai Heru Set, or the union of Heru and Set. So Smai Tawi or Smai Heru Set are the ancient Egyptian words, which can be translated as Egyptian yoga. Above from the left to right are the symbols of Egyptian yoga: Sma, Nefer, uh, Ankh, and Hetep. The ancient Egyptian language and symbol provided the first historical record of yoga philosophy and religious literature. The Indian culture of Indus Valley Dravidians and Harappians appear to have carried it on and expanded much of the intellectual ex, exposition in the form of the Vedas. Uh, Upanishads, the Upanishads, Puranas, and Tantras, the ancient spiritual text of India. The hieroglyph Sima, represents the union of two lungs and the trachea, symbolizes that the union of the higher self and lower self leads to the one. That's tough right there. The hieroglyph Nefer, close it. Go ahead. Good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just laughing.
Okay. The
What you laughing
hieroglyph
at?
Nefer,
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
the hieroglyph Nefer, close the pronunciation to Netcher. God, expressed by union of the heart and the trachea, symbolizes that which is the most beautiful thing, the highest good, and the greatest achievement. The hieroglyph Ankh symbolizes the union of the male, cross temporal, and the female, circle eternal aspect of oneself, leading to the transformation into the androgynous being. Thus, the two become one. The Ankh was also later used in Christianity and Hinduism as a symbol of divinity. Therefore, the Ankh is the
Check the cord.
unifying symbol which links Egypt, India, and Christendom. The hieroglyph Hetep, symbolizes supreme peace and final abode of all who satisfied the desire of their soul, union within higher self, with its higher self. Yoga, Egyptian yoga, encompasses many myths and philosophies which lead to the reunion of the soul with the higher self. Ancient Egyptian religion involves three major theolo- theological branches based on a trinity: Amun Ra, Ptah, which mean which who is that? Amun Ra Ptah. Who is that?
Gerald in the house.
Who is that?
Gerald in the house.
I
Which
told y'all I used to read this and I really identified with it. That was my name. Yeah, damn it, I'm a Robin Hart.
Amun Ra Ptah. Yeah, which emanates out of the hidden and nameless transcendental divinity. This divinity is variously known under the following names: nameless one, Neb 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 Nebuchadnezzar, no, Nebuchadnezzar, or uh, Nebuchadnezzar, or Tim, or Necher, or Necharu, Amen, Asar, Ra, Keper, and Aset. These names are to be understood as being synonymous. They refer to the same idea of the absolute supreme being or transcendental reality from which the phenomenal world arises, as land rise out of an ocean. Whoa. Yeah, check that out. The central and the most popular
all right.
character within ancient Egyptian religion of Asar is Haru, who is an incarnation of his father Asar. Asar is killed by his brother Set, who, out of greed and demonic, demonic Satan tendency, craved to be the ruler of Egypt. With the help of Jehuti, the god of wisdom, Aset, the great mother, and Hetharu, Hetharu, excuse me, uh, his consort, Haru prevailed in the battle between Set for the rulership of Kemet. Haru's struggle symbolizes the struggle of every human being to regain rulership of the higher self and to subdue the lower self with the understanding the land of Egypt is equivalent to the queendom concept of Christianity. Hey, that's deep though, right there, man. But that's we've been talking about this.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this. You know what I mean? We've been talking about this forever. You know, uh, becoming, like I said, self. You gotta know who self is.
Yeah. And I like that
And you,
kingdom, queendom.
yeah, you gotta stay in touch with self. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about, man. That's that higher self and that lower self. You gotta stay in touch with them. Yeah. And that's it. Uh yeah,
All
that's
right,
just
let me just say it. The higher self and the lower self, right?
mhm.
That's up in the lower center, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I tell y'all, when they get on that next level, somebody be saying, well, this team united up in lower center. And that's gonna mean something else to you if you're on the high end the level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uniting the two lands and all that there. That's gonna mean you uniting your upper and lower self. It's a different level than talking about some actual timid, the physical land and all that there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a hidden thing. Only people who know.
Right. Right. It reads so much different, man, from so when people say, I hear people say, I read it. I read it. Man, it's a whole different thing, man, when you're talking about it and like when I first looked at it, I only looked at that first page first. I mean, that I told you. And then after me and Jamie talked, I read into it some more and stuff. But ain't no damn way I could understand what I understand now without going through the processes.
And we
You know what
ain't
I'm
even got into the part of the room yet. We ain't
saying?
even know our home.
Oh shit.
You with me?
Right.
We ain't gonna get into that till had the book over. But that's why I was saying lift the book we need because reading it is different from understanding it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, by the time we get to reading it, we gonna have a different level of understanding.
Right.
And you know, hit totally limit from just anybody who can go by a regular person room and read it. And say, well, I read it. You
Yeah.
don't got no understanding of what you might have read it, but you don't understand it.
That was
You
my
know what
point.
I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Let's go,
yeah.
Jamie.
And as I'm saying, up they lower handed. You know what I'm saying? When you live in spirituality, and then it don't mean shit if it don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's like high and low as well. Okay, that means something.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. We talking about spirituality now, not the history. We do know about the history, but at another level, they have flipped that to meaning something totally different to them.
And
Up
then
in
we got
North Philly, there's something totally different to the enlightened ones now.
yeah, we got all the way to the upper and lower is just one, it's me. You know, it
Mhm.
ain't the higher and in the lower. It's just me. I don't even need to separate the two.
Right,
Right?
right.
Right. I remember that conversation we all had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all,
Let's
Yeah.
get it, Jamie.
y'all ready? All right. The most ancient writings in our historical period are from the ancient Egyptians. These writings are referred to as hieroglyphics. Also, the most ancient civilization known was the ancient Egyptian civilization. The proof of this lies in the ancient Egyptian Sphinx. As previously discussed, the original name given to these writings by the ancient Egyptians is Metu Neter, meaning the writing of God, or Neter Metu, or divine speech. These writings are inscribed in temples, coffins, papyruses, and contain the teachings in reference to the spiritual mature and the human being and the way to promote spiritual emancipation, awakening, or resurrection. The ancient Egyptian proverb presented in this text are translations from the original hieroglyphic scriptures. An example of hieroglyphic text is presented on the front cover. Egyptian philosophy may be summed up in the following proverbs, which clearly state that the soul is heavenly or divine and that the human being must awaken to the true reality, which is the spirit self. Hold on a second. Just turn the light back on.
So it'll be interesting to hear or to see where Madu came in instead of Metu.
Well, it's a translation, King. That's because they don't know if it's a T D B. They don't know what it is, King. I mean, they just added that to try to spell it, make sense out of it,
Okay.
to add the vowels to it. But
Because I know
they didn't have they didn't have vowels. So you don't we you can put whatever you want there really.
yeah, and even Mfudishi, you know, he specifically uses Madu Natur, right?
Hmm. Yeah, you
Right.
could. You
So
could.
yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't say you're wrong. He couldn't. Nobody could say he's wrong.
right, right. I ain't fucking with that part. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Nobody could say he's wrong for from it. Like I said, they didn't have the vowel. So, like I said, you could put whatever you want there. You put an I there if you want to.
All right,
You put an O there. You know what I mean?
right, right. Okay.
Uh, what was that?
The Egyptian
Oh, self.
philosophy.
Maybe summed up. Okay, Egyptian philosophy may be summed up in the following proverbs, which clearly state that the soul is heavenly or divine, and that the human being must awaken to the true reality, which is the spirit self. Self knowledge is the basis of true knowledge.
Mm.
You hear that? That's number one.
Mhm.
Self-knowledge, that's know thyself. True to heaven, body to earth. Man is to become God, like through a life of virtue and the cultivation of the spirit through scientific knowledge, practice, and bodily discipline. Salvation is accomplished through the efforts of the individual. There is no mediator between man and her salvation.
Mm.
You hear that?
Yeah,
That's tough. That's
that's a
tough right
mic.
there.
That's a mic drop.
There's no mediation. There's no mediator between man and his or her salvation, man.
And
Salvation,
so there is no savior for anybody in this here spirituality. We don't have a savior.
Other
yeah,
than
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's straight through, or it,
Knowledge of self is your savior. Self-knowledge is your savior. Then he just said that earlier about self-knowledge. That's
Right,
your savior.
right,
mhm.
right, right.
And that's the yeah, exactly.
That's a mic drop, boy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
for
shit
sure.
starter.
Let me see. Salvation is accomplished through the efforts of the individual. There is no mediator between man and his or her salvation. So there ain't no Jesus Christ. Ain't no, ain't none of that. You don't need none of that. You don't need the dude in the confession booth. You don't need him either.
We don't need the man in the box.
Salvation. Wait a minute, where was it? Yeah. Salvation is the freeing of the soul from its bodily fetters, becoming a God through knowledge and wisdom, controlling the forces of the cosmos instead of being a slave to them, subduing the lower nature, and through awakening the higher self, ending the cycle of rebirth and dwelling with the natures who direct and control the great plane. See, that's what Gerald was trying to do, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Gerald was trying to do right there, y'all. Gerald did that was his
Yeah.
intention right there. Y'all see, y'all
Let me
read that?
let me read
That's
that shit
that's
again.
what he got. That's what pushed him right there. See,
Yep.
it says
Knowledge of self.
salvation is the freeing of the soul from its bodily fetters, becoming a God through knowledge and wisdom, controlling the forces of the cosmos instead of being a slave to them, subduing the lower nature, and through awakening the higher self, ending the cycle of rebirth so he don't have to come back here.
I
That's what he was
want to
talking
come
about.
back.
He ain't want to come back and dwelling with the natures who direct and control the great plains. There you go. That's
Hey,
what
I
that's
Gerald
what
won't,
was
he
I
ready to
won't
be
that's
take,
boss.
that's
Gerald
I
was
what
won't,
ready to be boss, man.
I'm
And then
hotel.
he woke up.
I'm hotel. I won't think. I don't want that now.
he
And
did.
then,
So he said he was ending that cycle of being reborn again to to come back here again to do this all over again. He said, nah, nah, nah. I'm cool. I got it.
mm,
I got in touch with my higher self. Higher self said, I can go on and kick it with the Netchers now.
Right, right, right.
I'm one with the letter. I'm one with the Lord. What's going on?
Gerald cracked me.
Yeah,
He cracked me up with that one, boy. Then he woke up and like, what? Hey, but when he
yeah.
woke up though, he didn't delay too long. I think you said what, maybe how long was the delay from when you woke up to, oh, I got to jump into my rituals?
I'm fine. I
Huh?
didn't. I tried first. I didn't get up. I thought I
Right.
tried.
How many? Yeah, yeah. How many days did it take before you snapped out and got back into the business of it? With the
I
with
don't know. I was delusional for a while.
you was grieving for a while, you said?
I didn't know what else to do. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Whatever. I know it's not real. I feel I'm ready to be judged. And then I just realized, I wasn't gonna be able to heal myself. So, you know, um, I think I wanted to for information. I kind of gave up and then as thirsty as I was, you know, I kind of gave it a break. I had been going too hard and then gave it a break. But never changed my outlook on who I am and what it's about. I just wasn't overconfident no more, like that no more.
Right.
And at that time I was super overconfident, you know. So it calmed me down and still waiting for that day, but I know it ain't on my time.
It ain't. You funny as shit. That's why I said Gerald was ready to
Uh,
skip all the preliminaries
yeah,
and be boss.
but look, man, but for real though, I mean, but hey, he wasn't wrong, man, for shit. Hey, man, look here, like, look, now I get it. I really, I see I don't have to really come back here if I want to. If I can get it, I won't have to come back. Hey, and then shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he got to a point where, hey, I got it now. I got it. I understand this. I understand it. I done internalized it. I done applied it to my life. It's in me now. I know who I am. I know I'm ready. I'm ready right here, man. I ain't got to come back now. I know I don't have to come back. I've been knowing that. So I've been working this hard so I don't have to come back. I just got to get, I just got to know myself. I know who I am now. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Hey.
Hey,
right.
hey,
Yeah.
you know what my experience like that? I mean, Gerald, my experience like that is it's from that Christian base, but man, I tried to prepare myself so fine-tuned to be gone like Elijah, right?
Mm,
Yeah.
He walked and he was gone, right? So when I laugh at you, I always meant to bring that up to you, man, but I got
mm,
caught up on your shit.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right. And I know it's magnificently different. Some people may have that same correlation that I did. Man. I'm so engaged in, that alternative to what we doing here, man. And so when I heard you say that, man, I meant to tell you many times ago, but you don't give a
yeah.
fuck about that book anyway.
Well, at this point, when I'm dealing with it like that, I had to admit through all my history, you know what I'm saying? I had already, I was there, you with me? Then
Hmm.
all around, then I got the book that I knew that the people, my ancestors had made their whole thing on. And so when I'm reading it, it's not like he really telling me nothing, it's a confirmation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I done read so many books and got so many. So it's almost like, I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm I wrote this for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more of like everything is, yeah, somebody finally got it. Somebody finally saying what I know. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, this gotta be it. I'm now. I'm
I'm
I
not.
don't yeah. I'm really I'm I'm I ain't really never heard nobody tell nobody, hey, in the following generation, when they already knowing that, that's your fault. Nobody told me that. Who's telling people that? You with me? It's
Right.
me If I'm everybody, a star ain't joining me. It's me joining my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't heard no other ever say that. That's coming from me. That's
Right,
my realization. You with me?
right,
Yeah.
right,
I don't think he gonna even say that in there. That doesn't mean that me and reading and understanding and I'm a star.
right,
That ain't no when I'm thinking Ani or when I used to look at it, I'm thinking that's gonna mean zero in front of a star. But now I'm the motherfucker in the star. You
right.
know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Ain't no
I'm
in
on that
front of.
number. Yeah, yeah. I'm on that number. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even fuck the star, I'm new. I'm the whole star. I can go anywhere with it. Yeah, I'm the water balloon.
right. Just wanted to leave. It's time to go.
Yeah, yeah, whatever it is, that is the reality. I want to identify with that. I don't want to play with it. I don't want to, and if my mind let me do that, that's what this philosophy about with me. I want to connect to the real, to what's real, not what's fake, not what's temporary, what's eternal, the all, whatever that is. I'm that.
That's
Mhm.
And,
fire.
and that means I ain't got to be here on earth. And I accept that. Whatever person come here on earth with riches or women or whatever, I don't want none of that shit. Fuck that.
Right.
You know? Yeah. That's where I'm at.
I love that shit, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
But
turn the
if
fuck
I'm
up
not
on
need to
that, man.
do, if I'm not here need to do. So hey, I'm gonna wake my ass up in the morning if I ain't got it right. Yeah. So that's where it's at, you know.
Yeah, I just never got to that point where I'm like, okay, I'm good enough. I don't need no permission. I don't need nothing. Go to sleep. That's it. Right? I didn't get to
Yeah.
that point, man. But I sure was studying and studying and studying and stuff. But you went through the whole gamut. That's pretty interesting, man.
Yeah.
And then to see it right here, you know what I mean? Jamie caught that real quick. To see it right there is pretty powerful.
I done read
Mhm.
this whole book. You with me?
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I done, in my mind, I had them compare myself just like I ancient people had compared themselves for it. That's
right,
in my mind. But I done did it at an early age, and hey, I
right.
don't need none of that. This life ain't got nothing else for me. That's where I was at. Ain't got
Well,
nothing for me.
I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah. Me too.
Hey, hey. So that's tight, man. That's
Yeah.
tight. Hey,
E,
so
you want to? Oh, go ahead,
let
go
me
ahead.
let me let me and I'm just gonna do this last little part, and then he can go to 40, to the beginning of 43. I'm gonna finish
Yeah.
this last little part. It just got some ancient Egyptian symbols of yoga. Um and then it goes on to say the theme of the arrangement of the symbols above is based on the idea that in mythological and philosophical philosophic forms Egyptian mythology and philosophy merge with more mythology, philosophy, and religion. The hieroglyphic symbols at the very top, you guys that's listening wouldn't get it, but it's given that symbol. It means know thyself. So that symbol is is really it's really significant, man. Self knowledge is the basis of all true knowledge. And then this other symbol, abbreviated forms of Smai Tawi, signifies Egyptian yoga. The next four below represents the four words of Egyptian philosophy, which means yoga. They are A, Nefer, uh, B, Sema, C, Unk, and D, Hetep. All right, so that's what those are. Those symbols are. For those who that does have this book, I'm sure you know what it is too. It's right there. But go ahead, E. Peace to you, King. He might not be back. All right. Hold on. All right, I'll keep it rolling. I'll keep it rolling.
Okay.
All right. So figure five above Smy Hiru and Set. That's that sign. And I've seen that 100,000 times.
Right.
Yeah, that's it's significant. That right there is very significant. All right. So and here and they're gonna explain it. Haru and Set joined forces to tie up the symbol of union, Sema. So that's the above. The Sema symbol refers to the union of Upper Egypt, lotus, and Lower Egypt, papyrus, under one ruler, but also at a more subtle level. It refers to the union of one's higher self and lower self, Haru and Set, as well as the control of one's breath, life force, through the union control of the lungs, breathing organs. The character of Haru and Set are an integral part of the Pert M. Haru. The study of yoga. The study and practice of yoga involves three distinct phases. These are listening to the wisdom teachings,
There's some interesting shit.
reflecting on those
Afterwards.
wisdom teachings and making them an integral part of your life, and meditation, the art of transcending ordinary human awareness and consciousness, since a complete treatise, a complete treatise on the theory and practice of yoga would require several volumes. Only a basic outline will be given here. When we look out upon the world, we are often baffled by the multiplicity which constitutes the human experience. What do we really know about the experience? Many scientific disciplines have developed over the last 200 years for the purpose of discovering the mysteries of nature. But this search has only uh, engendered new questions about nature of the nature of existence. Yoga is a discipline or way way of life designed to promote the physical, mental, and spiritual development of the human being. It leads it leads a person to discover the answers to the most important questions of life, such as who am I? Why am I here? And where am I going? As stated earlier, the literature meaning of the word yoga is to yoke or to link back. The implication being to link the individual consciousness back to the original source, the original essence, that which transcends all mental and intellectual
So that's
attempts.
Sankofa.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. To transcends all mental and intellectual attempts and at comprehension, but which is the essential nature of everything in creation, termed universal consciousness. While in this strict sense, yoga may be seen as a separate discipline from religion, yoga and religion have been linked at many points throughout history and continue to be linked every day. In a manner of speaking, yoga as a discipline may be seen as a non sectarian transpersonal science or practice to promote spiritual development and harmony of mind, body through mental and physical disciplines, including meditation, psychophysical exercises, and performing action with the correct attitude. The teachings which were practiced in the ancient Egyptian temples were the same ones later intellectually defined in the literary form by the Indian sages of Vedanta and Yoga. This was discussed in our book Egyptian Yoga, the philosophies of enlightenment, the Indian mysteries of yoga, the Vedanta represents an unfolding and intellectual exposition of the Egyptian mysteries. Also, the study of Gnostic Christianity or Christianity before Roman Catholic, Catholicism will be useful to our study since Christianity originated in ancient Egypt and was also based on the ancient Egyptian mysteries. The question is how to accomplish these seemingly impossible tasks, how to transform yourself and realize the deepest mysteries of existence. How to just, that was a question. That was a question. How to transform yourself and realize the deepest mysteries of existence. How do you do that? How to discover who I am. Who am I? This is the mission of yoga philosophy and the purpose of yogic practices. Yoga does not seek to convert or impose religious beliefs on anyone. Ancient Egypt was the source of civilization and the source of religion and yoga. Therefore, all systems of mystical spirituality can coexist harmoniously within these teachings when they are correctly understood. The goal of yoga is to promote integration of the mind body spirit complex in order to produce optimal health of the human being. This is accomplished through mental and physical exercises which promote the free flow of spiritual energy by reducing mental complexes caused by ignorance. There are two roads which human beings can follow, one of wisdom and the other of ignorance. The path of the masses is generally the path of ignorance, which leads them to negative situations, thoughts, and deeds. These are turn these in turn lead to ill health and sorrow in life. The other road is based on wisdom, and it leads to health, true happiness, and enlightenment. Our mission is to extol the wisdom of yoga, the mystical spirituality from the ancient Egyptian perspective, and to show the practice of the teachings through our books, videos, and audio promotions. You may find complete listing of other books by the author in the back of this volume. The discipline of yoga of wisdom is imparted in three stages. One, listening. Listening to the wisdom teachings on the nature of reality, creation, and the nature of the self. Reflection on teaching, on those teachings and incorporating them into daily life. Meditating on the meaning of the teachings. Note, it is important to note here that the duplicate teachings which is practiced in the ancient Egyptian temple of Aset of listening to reflecting upon the meditating upon the teachings is the same process used in Vedanta uh, Nana Yoga of India of today. The yoga of wisdom is a form of yoga based on insight into the nature of worldly existence and the transcendental self, thereby transforming one's consciousness through development of the wisdom faculty. Ancient, the Egyptian yoga perspective on death and its influence on Gnostic Christianity. E, you back yet? All right, I'm gonna roll this out. All right, the Egyptian yoga perspective on death and its influence on Gnostic Christianity. Egyptian yoga is the philosophy and disciplines based on ancient Egyptian mysticism, which promotes spiritual enlightenment. Spiritual enlightenment means a movement towards transcending death. Is this context? Death is not regarded as a miserable event, but a transition into a higher form of being in one's earthly life and been lived in accordance with the teachings of Ma'at. In ancient times, the ancient Egyptians were often referred to by people in neighboring countries as the most religious people of all the world because they seem to constantly affirm spiritual principles in every aspects of their lives. This is not to be considered as a fanatical existence, the way we would look at cults or obsessed fundamentalist religious groups of our time. The ancient Egyptians recognized the fact that there is a higher reality between the physical. Since all living beings must die someday and move into that other reality, it makes sense to seek, to understand, and become comfortable with death, and to revere the supreme divinity which was discovered to be the author and sustainer of all creation. Therefore, death should not be viewed as a pathetic event, but as an inevitable occurrence for which one should be prepared and can even look forward to.
Mm.
What? Hey, but listen, and but that's real though. I mean, what else you gonna do? You gonna sit
Trying to
there
tell you,
and sit?
I
So
was on that. I
so
was
you gonna
on
sit
that.
there and fight it and try to and then drive yourself nuts because you know you're gonna die one day and you just so fucked up about it you can't conceive it and it's just fucking your mind up. You know what I'm saying? That damn, just you scared to death that you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And what they saying is, nah, man, hey,
Yeah.
you was born dying. You was born dying. You was born to die. Hey, that's just period. So
Knowledge,
what you need to do
knowledge.
is get close to it instead of trying to run from it. Go ahead and accept it. You know what I'm saying? And look, and look forward to what you gonna go through after this, you leave this body. What you
Remember
go
that first question you read earlier? Who am I? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? When you realize that you're not the physical being, then that's just another part of your existence. You know what I'm saying? It's another part of my eternal existence. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not afraid for it. Like I said, I might have been just way, all right, I'm cool. You know, I'm not crazy 100 times a news. Like, okay, I know that's my existence, this ain't it. I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, yeah, it's just that understanding in preparation for my next part of existence. And that's what I couldn't call a shot. I thought I was that powerful to call a
Big boss.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought I had got that smart and that powerful and that comfortable with it. Well, all right, I know what it is. I ain't coming back tomorrow. And like, no, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Hey, but man, if it be a Christian, man, they may or may not be scared of death, but they damn sure enough scared if they go but when they meet up with Jesus. Damn sure enough scared. Am I going to heaven? Or am I going to hell?
Judgment. Yeah. Now,
Scared to death.
you know, our whole way of the heart, what they call their whole knowing it was Jesus. Our authority connection and they Jesus connection. They turn it into Jesus. And they
Yep.
don't have no real knowledge of that.
I like our style, man. I'm judging me. I'm doing the whole skit.
because they fucking where they mess
I'm
it up
doing my
is
own shit.
they mess it up because they try to take it they make it literal, and when you do that you miss this part of it.
Right, right,
You miss this.
right.
You can't you'll never see this part of it as long as you make it literal. You can never see it because that's enough for you. But I mean, that's
I
just
can deal with people if they accept the Jesus as a myth. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Leave alone, but y'all want to take it literal and he really lived. Now, deal with it on the myth. And then, different level now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you break that literal, I can't go nowhere with you on none of that.
And that's why I
If
asked our boy.
anybody fanatic try to make Hebrew and the Psalm literal, I can't go nowhere with them. No, Louis, it ain't no. No, let's not do that. Let's look all of me. And then let's make it mythical. And then mysticism, when you understand the mythology, is about you.
Well,
It's
it
about
explains it.
you.
It explains it right here in the book. You go back and look at what mythological means.
Right.
It's got it right there. It ain't nothing negative. It's nothing negative at all.
Right.
But people take it negative. Like when you tell them, well, that's just mythology. Nah, man, that's not mythology. Listen, you done said something wrong. No, brother, that's not negative.
Right.
That ain't nothing negative, brother. You know what I'm saying? But they can't take it like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just recant that mythology. Hold on, let me get my goggles on.
Already. We
Yeah,
learning,
hell
man.
yeah, ain't no
We
question.
learning. We learning. We learning.
Yeah.
And as they say, it's a repetitive thing dealing with this.
Hell yeah, they're trying to do repetitive shit on us, dropping spells on us and shit.
Now, what I'm saying, the discipline of yoga is
Right, right.
listening, reflecting, and then meditating on it. The meditating is when you're going to be by yourself, thinking about what the hell, what that means. That's really just you and your mind together. But like we listening to it or reading it. Then if we read something again, let's reflecting on it. Hey, let me read that one more time.
Right.
That's automatically, that's reflecting. But that is the art of yoga. That's the art of yoga wisdom. By knowing that. Redoing it again. I like that. Let me hear it. And that's like when they doing it in church. You with me? They read the same scripture over. They don't never go through the whole Bible.
That's what I was just saying. Exactly.
They hear the same scripture, but they trying to make you think it's history instead of mythology. And then from the mythology, you can learn some more from it.
And what they actually doing is dropping spells on us because it's a misappropriation. It's got to make it
Already.
different.
Already.
But
Already.
mythology is on page 34, huh?
Yeah, I'm right there already.
Go ahead, King.
Yeah, most people hold the opinion that mythology is a lie, an illusion, fiction, or fantasy. Mythology can be best understood as a language. However, it is a unique kind of language. An ordinary language is sometimes similar to another because it is part of a family of languages. For example, Italian and Spanish words are similar. These similarities make it possible for a person whose native language is Spanish to understand the meanings of some Latin words and somewhat follow along a conversation in Italian. Even so, mythology is much more intelligible than this. Mythology is more akin to music in its universality. Universality. If the key element of this language of mythology are well understood, then it is possible to understand and relate any mythological system to another and thereby gain the understanding of the message being imparted.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just simple, man. It's about something that you should be doing. Mythology is something that you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Literal is something that's already been done, man. This
Mhm.
shit right here is just something you should be doing.
Mhm.
Something you should be applying to yourself. The mythology of, you know what I'm saying? The principle that you get out of it.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The story is cute, but but we talking about what is it saying to you? What is it? What is the story? What is it? What is it about? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. Like that's why I say these cats get bent out of shape when you talk about mythology. What? They're like, damn, bro. I mean, that's just something that you should be doing. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with mythology, brother.
Right.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, we did we deal with a lot of myth.
Right.
Mythology is not something easy. Don't think that that's even easy. Because
No,
different levels of it. Your understanding brings a different level of it. Just like on that page, on page 23.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Let brother get there. All right, I'm with it.
Y'all see what's all in that picture? It's so much in that one picture right there.
Right.
Right?
I don't see all what's in it, but I see the picture.
When you see them standing on something, right?
Right.
Look back to page 42.
Okay.
Symbol number me.
Okay. Oh
They
yeah.
standing, you see them standing on that symbol now, right?
Right.
And that's the symbol for symbol.
SEMA.
Yeah, the union of higher and lower. Now, in
mhm,
that, on Hughes side, right? That's a lotus flower coming up right up on his wing, right?
yep,
But if you look on his side, that's a papyrus. That's a different flower.
Right.
That lotus on Hughes side is represent upper Kemet. The lotus is all in upper Kemet. You hear me? The papyrus is found in lower, what's that? In lower. So in that one symphony, in that symphony, they're telling you a whole bunch of different shit. That
Yeah.
if you don't see, you don't see it yet. But when you, like I said, there's different levels of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they tell you. Timid when set is over, with that papyrus, that represents, or the lotus, that represents upper Egypt. When
The
set is over, the lotus, the papyrus, that represents, but then they combining them both. You see them
right,
tying that knot on that thing that they call in the finger.
right.
That's a motherfucking windpipe going on to your
The
into
trachea
your
going down
lung,
to your don't going down to
into
your
your
lungs.
lung. Yeah,
Damn, that's tight.
yeah. So right then it's telling you controlling your breathing. You're connecting that breathing. You're not too sorry and you're not too laid back and let some shit happen. It's that
Balance.
connection. You know what I'm saying? Money through the breathing. That's what they talk about yoga when they breathe. So, and don't react. Talk the chin before you do something. Think about it. Don't
Get
be
your shit together.
reactionary. That can cost you your life. If you react real fast, you might, do something that will, all this shit is mine. It's mine and it's irritable. Look, I absolutely knew about this. They was on top of this shit way back then and got symbols and hitting the show about it, but you can look at it and if you don't see what's in that motherfucker, it'll go straight over your head.
Hey Gerald, that reminds me of the scene from South Central, right?
Yeah,
That reminds me of that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Jamie, and Eric.
All right.
yeah,
Hey, but yeah, and then look at where their legs at, and then you'll see where the papyrus is bending along with the lotus is bending, right?
yeah, coming together. He
Coming together.
lied
They
them.
coming
Yeah,
together, right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
The
exactly.
union, they connecting it. Yeah, but then when you understand it on a higher level, you know that's knowing simply like you. You
Right.
connecting your higher, and they ain't really talking about no motherfucking Lord and up and heaven and no bullshit like that and that, it's really talking about nothing but you. And that's what I say, man, that ancestor was on a high goddamn level to tell us something. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck the angel,
Yeah.
fuck the devil. We talking about Set and Haru.
In
Mhm.
cartoons, right? You will see the cartoon where they have the good
Good.
angel and the man angel on your shoulder before you
Exactly.
make the decision. Don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's
You're right.
all the same thing.
Exactly.
Satan, get behind me. All that in the Bible, get behind me. That's the whole me and union with me. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. We was on one, man.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
The creators of ancient Egyptian mythology and religion recognized that if people lived their lives independent of spiritual acknowledgement, life would lose its focus and human beings would lose their way. Uh, I'm gonna stop right there, man. E, you back?
I think that's a good place to start till next week.
Okay. I mean, all right.
Yeah or no?
Yeah.
Oh, we only
Yeah,
got
I'm
two
here.
more
I'm here.
pages.
I'm back. I'm here.
Let's
Y'all gonna
read
stop
this.
right there?
No, let's read this page and a half.
Yeah, yeah. You want to do this page and a half, E?
Uh,
We on page
well, I gotta put
45.
some on. Yeah,
I can do it.
give me a minute.
I can do
Give
it.
me
I can
two
do it.
minutes and I can do it. Okay.
I can do it real quick.
Okay.
I can do it lose their way. All right, let's
You
do it, man.
impatient, Jamie. Where's your patience at?
What you talking
No, I'm messing with you.
about? No, I gotta go in, man. But you know what? We celebrating Zaya's birthday today, man.
Oh,
So
you want to stop right here then?
It's not right there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's stop right here.
Yeah.
no, but they ain't doing it to 6, man. I just wanted to get ready though.
Okay, okay.
But
All right.
no, I'm just no,
Hey,
I'm
man, I meant to say that at the beginning of the meeting about the birthday, man. Happy solar return to my dude, man.
oh yeah, for sure, man. That dude turned 13, man.
Yeah, yeah. Growing right
Yeah,
on up. Voice
for s-
getting deep and all that.
all that, man. It sure is. Yeah. No, I can knock this page in half off though.
Let's get it.
All right. All right. They would get. Let me see. They would get caught up in pettiness of human life, and their egoism will lead them to untold sufferings, both in life on earth as well as beyond. Therefore, life should be a process of affirming the spiritual reality and even a worship of the divine. In this manner, life itself becomes a spiritual movement towards enlightenment, a process of promoting prosperity and peace. For more insights into the nature of death and light of Pert M. Haru philosophy, see the section of this book entitled Reading for the Guidance of the Dying Person and Their Relatives, and the Reading for the Guidance of the Spiritual Experience.
Let me get this part and then you can close out.
Okay.
Cool. Ba pet shot ta. Soul is to heaven, body is to earth. From the Pert M. Haru of the Pyramid Text, 3200 through 2575 BCE. The passage above shows the fundamental teachings from the ancient period of ancient Egyptian mythical philosophy never held a hope for the physical resurrection. This understanding was carried over into Gnostic Christianity, which developed in ancient Egypt during the Roman period and became a source of controversy between the Gnostic Christians and the Orthodox Christians. The main difference between Orthodox Christianity and other religions seems to have been the insistence on a physical. The Orthodox Christians fervently believe in and still believe in a mystical bodily resurrection from the grave. The Gnostic Gospel of Philip strongly refutes the Catholic view of a bodily resurrection, calling these notions ridiculous and misunderstood by the Orthodox community. The following excerpts from the Gnostic Gospel of Philip bring home this point. Those who say that the Lord died first, then rose up are in error, for he rose up and then died. When we are to receive the resurrection while we live. Many Egyptologists have suggested that the ancient Egyptians embalmed their dead with the idea that the person would attain immortality, and that the ancient Egyptians believed that the physical body was mummified, would rise up again same day or someday. This idea spurred many Hollywood movies. The statement above from the early and the late periods of ancient Egyptian culture clearly show that the ancient Egyptians never saw a bodily resurrection or eternal life in the physical body. They understood death as a passageway to the next existence, and just the physical body needs nourishment. The spiritual body was also provided for by means of the subtle essence of the solid food that was buried with a mummy. The Catholic Christian Church fathers gradually moved away from the mystical interpretation of Christianity and formed a religious doctrine based on a bodily resurrection from death, leading to one's existence in heaven at the right hand of the Father. The Gnostic Christian leaders disagreed with this view. The same predicament was experienced in Islamic countries during the years immediately following the death of Muhammad. Also, Muhammad. Go ahead, Jamie. Good.
Yeah, I'm ready. Uh, let's see. The problem of human existence is the forgetfulness of the divine essence of the self and the identification with the body as the self. Through concern with the body and its needs and desires, the true self becomes identified with worldly concerns and the fulfillment of desires of the body, mind, and senses. This is the development of the ego and individual soul. This identification with the desire of the body is what leads the soul to further ignorance of its true self. It is the pursuit, it is the pursuit of desires that keeps the mind occupied with worldly thoughts, such as fear of disease and death of the body. The pursuit of pleasure and happiness and the eradication of things which cause displeasure. Gnosticism, Hinduism, Buddhism.
Let me just say that that's where a lot of people uh, uh, go go towards abstinence of whatever, right?
Mhm,
Oh, I'm sorry. Right about that. You
mhm.
did ask me.
Okay, let me see. Okay, well, where was I at, man?
Gnosticism.
Gnosticism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, and ancient Egyptian religion all
Oh, yeah, I'm
emphasizes the need to
gonna
practice
do a quick
detachment and hold on.
yeah,
Hey
the
E,
last one.
hey E.
Oh, I'm sorry, my fault.
Yeah, mute yourself right quick, King.
Bad.
Yeah, all right. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Not Gnosticism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, and ancient Egyptian religion all emphasizes the need to practice detachment and dispassion toward the body. These disciplines relieve the pleasure of the lower desires, which impel a person to run after the illusion of life.
Choking it out.
Yeah. These traditions hold that only through detachment is it possible to claim the mind enough for it to perceive the transcendental reality. All right. The constant preoccupation with the body is incessantly reinforced through many years of living with family and others in society. Such body consciousness leads to the conviction that the psychological complex mind and body is indeed the self. It is this idea that is to dispel through the spiritual discipline of constantly turning towards the divine through the various disciplines of yoga instead uh instead of to the body and to the world of illusion. Hey, that's what I was talking about, man. We get in touch with the self, King. Self is cold. Gotta be watched. You gotta stay in touch with self. This process becomes easier to understand through reflection on the fact that the body is composed of physical elements, which are themselves transient. The body you have today is not the same as the one you had 9 years ago. That's right. Every cell in your body has been regenerated. Even your bones are different. As surely as people are born, just as surely their body will someday cease to exist. It is the wise to hold
Gary just spoke up and said, "You got that shit right."
it is wise to hold on to onto something that you will definitely lose at some point in time. Uh, Impermanence is a given fact of life. Flowers grow, live, and die. Insects grow, live, and die. Yet people accept these changes. Why is it that people do not cry when the flower dies or when the leaf falls from the tree and dies for whatever creature in nature that has died? The fact is that it is not only death that causes fear, but attachment to that which died and has met the unknown. So fear of death is due to ignorance of one's true nature. Likewise, people hold on to life, no matter how miserable a situation they may be in, because they don't know any other way of thinking or acting, and also because they have the illusion that there is a chance. Call you back. All right. Where was I at, man? Hold on. Where I'm at, man?
Last chance.
Process
I
became
said Jamie got 2 phones, 2 computer screens, 2 this, and Gerald said it don't none of this shit work.
Hold on. The process become easier understood through reflection. Is that it? Where am I at?
Gotta keep talking with me.
Man, where am I at? I don't know where I'm at, man.
All the flowers grow.
On the what?
Flowers grow, live and die.
Flowers grow. Okay, hold on. All right. When the flowers die, let me see. People cry. People don't cry when the flowers die. When the flowers die, flower dies, or when the leaf falls from the tree and dies, or for every creature in nature that has died. The fact is that it is not only death that causes fear, but attachment that that which that which died and has met the unknown. So fear of death is due to ignorance of one's true nature.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Likewise, people hold on to life no matter how miserable a situation may be they may be in, because they don't know any other way of thinking or acting. And also because they have the illusion that there is a chance they may find happiness someday and they may somehow come into some money. Wealth is a big illusion. You can read the papers and see how wealth destroys a person's peace of mind through the endless worries associated with acquiring, investing, and protecting it. Matthew 19:23. Then said Jesus to his disciple, verily I say to you that it is hard for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. 24. And again I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. That's the Christian Bible. Labor is not after riches first, and think thou afterwards wilt enjoy them. He who neglects uh, the present moment throws away all that he has. As the arrow passes through the heart, while the warrior knew not that it was coming, so shall his life be taken away before he knoweth that he has it. That's the Egyptian ancient Egyptian proverb. Uh, and even greater illusion comes into play when a person tries to figure out which part of the body contains the soul. There is no body part which contains the soul or which can be considered to be uh, the self. No body part can be called me, yet somehow the conglomerate of thoughts, memories, physical body, and senses is understood to be me. This error or misunderstanding is the cause of human misery and pain because it involves the soul in the mishaps and troubles of the mind-body complex and its attendant desires. If the mind and the senses were transcended, these problems, along with individual identification with the body mind, would cease, and the true self would be discovered to be infinite and has been overtaken by ignorance of itself, of its true self. Huh?
Eternal.
Wait a minute. Well, all right, where am I?
Infinite and eternal.
And eternal. This is the discovery of the saints and sages, for the reason they have proclaimed that the soul has been taken over by ignorance of its true self, and due to this ignorance, it is subject to experience the pain of human existence. A simple philosophical study of the body reveals the error in thinking that the body is the self. If the senses fail to perceive, or a limb or organ ceases to operate, consciousness is still there. The awareness of being alive remains even if the perception of the senses or nerves fail. The practice of spirituality involves discovering that which transcends the body, as well as learning how to become attached to that transcendent reality as the truth, rather than remaining attached to the physical body and its desires and impulses, as well as the one's emotional motions throughout the ups and downs of human existence. The world of enlightened human existence is likened to being out in the middle of the ocean when there is a raging storm. The desires are the waves thrashing the mind about. Spiritual practice is the boat, which allows a person to weather the storm of the world with its ever-changing situations. It gives power to move forward in life and not be disturbed by the choices, desires, and unpredictability of the world process. And that's it for that one, man.
That's some good work.
Yeah, yeah, man. So we gonna leave off on page 48, family.
Page 48.
Yes, sir. We're gonna leave off on page 48. And yeah, man, that's tough right there, man. That's tough. Yeah. like
Yeah, I remember when I came in and I was telling you I'm not the money and all that now. You
Yep, I
know.
mhm,
remember it. That was that last
Yeah.
paragraph right there.
How I identify is not identified with certain things that, like I said, wasn't permanent. And like I said, I understood that, so no, I'm not the money. Hell no, I'm eternal. you know.
that's
And the
right.
only thing that I knew was eternal, was the soul. And then, like I said, I always went to the beginning. And I was like, what the hell was they talking about in the beginning? That's the all law. You know what I'm saying? The water lagoon. So I was, my
Mm-hmm.
mind was always, that's what I am. I'm that. You know what I'm saying? And that's before any other letter come out. The water lagoon always now. So if I, whatever was in the beginning, I'm that in my mind. And that's my philosophical, spiritual understanding of myself. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And it's not
Right.
ego what I'm trying to say on that. That's not an ego thing. It's a spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and I definitely know that because I'm humble by not being able to, get back to that oneness or mean that. I don't want to be here no more. You know what I'm saying? The Lord
Mm-hmm.
everybody now. Yeah. And I'm good with that. But yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good
I'm in
shit.
yeah.
the I'm in the light men that has no fear of death. Because death is a part of my journey, you know?
That's right. You can't get to the next part till you meet that.
Right.
That's right.
I like how it was talking about trying to place the soul, in different parts in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mind is the soul, the heart is the soul, and but the only thing that's labeled soul on our feet is the sole of our feet. Where
Yeah,
where
now you hear
where am
people
I going?
always try to say the soul is in the pineal gland and all this here, the soul is in the heart and all that kind of stuff. You might read, yeah, when people really try to, and study try to find out where the soul is at. And most of them try to say maybe in the pineal gland, in the seat of the soul.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Eric, you there? That motherfucker pronounced the per damn Haru real smooth with
Mm-hmm.
it. He laid that shit out. Hey, that's a good presentation, gentlemen. Hey, man, share some love on the family and them kids from us, Jamie.
For
Oh,
sure, man.
um,
For sure, man.
Did he
Yeah, I'm
get
gonna
that?
go.
Did he get that video I sent him?
Yeah, yeah. He sent it. He sent it. He said thank you, man.
Yeah,
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 he
no
sent it.
doubt.
Yeah, a bunch of people, a lot of people showed him love, man.
Yeah,
That was cool.
exactly,
That was
exactly.
cool, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go and go on in here, get ready, man. Mess with him for a little bit, and yeah, get ready to get his little
Yeah,
party
let's
going.
go offline right quick and we'll have
Okay.
a little quick discussion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, so hey, family, man, we're gonna get up out of here, family. Thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe,
For sure, for
share.
sure.
Get with us on every first Sunday. Get with us every Sunday. But you know what I'm saying, bring the kids every Sunday, but especially the first Sunday. You can bring them, and we're gonna teach some history, man. We're gonna show them some. We're gonna read some really good book, and give your baby a chance to win a book. Okay, a real good book. The good quality books. There ain't no little pamphlets and none of that. You know what I'm saying? They're real books. Okay. So check us out, family. Like I said, this we do this for free. We don't charge nothing. We don't ask for nothing. We don't ask for nothing. We just need a little bit of your time and a little bit of attention.
Yes.
All right. Like, subscribe, share, give us a comment. See what y'all think, man. Um
We go.
uh,
Hey,
uh,
we got to like and subscribe, and I mean we got to like and comment on our own videos as well on YouTube.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hey, so hey, go ahead and talk to him, Unc.
Yeah, yeah. I just said my piece, man. Big ups to Sankofa, baby. We coming through. We coming through, man. You got the pioneers on here, man, and that's a beautiful thing, man. It always amazes me uh how in the dark I was, man, of my own identity. I would be saying, you know, I got to learn more about myself, and I'm learning more about this fictional nigga. Oh, excuse me. Uh, yeah. So let me quit.
Yeah, you know, I just think that I just you know I just I want to push this on, you know, show my sons this stuff, man, so they'll see it earlier, man,
Yeah.
and you know they'll see, you know, they and hopefully they'll keep it going and push a little further, you know, and do some research, and you know they might even find you know who was the king that you know that Narmer fought to unify the two lands. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they, you know, stuff like that, man. You know, you know. So that's that. I think that this is important that our people, you know, that our kids know their history, man, and our kids to know thyself, right? It's just important, man, to where, you know, geographical locations, Africa, you know, they can have those conversations. They can have those kind of conversations. And I'm talking about historical conversations. I ain't too much talking about biblical conversations. They'll probably be able to have those too. But you know, but I'm talking about historical conversation, history, science, you know what I'm saying? They'll be able to join in those conversations, man, and be relevant, man. Um, uh, but anyway, fam, thanks for joining us, man. E, you there?
Hey, let me give one more plug real quick, man.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
man.
So I was listening to a little video on Dr. John Henry Clark, and he mentioned that the greatest orator that he experienced was CLR James Ashe. He was born in 1901, died in 1989. He is a West Indian writer and political activist. So, you know, that struck my attention. I'm good.
Good shit, man. Hey, E, go ahead and talk to him, King. We signing out. E, you there? Yeah, go ahead and sign. Go ahead and talk to him, E.
I was just saying, man, thanks for having me. I'm always glad to be there, be part of it. The build
Yeah,
is serious, man. And what we do here is important. And hopefully others can grab hold, man. But we can't let that stop us. Let's just keep going like we've been going and keep building.
that's right.
That's all I got.
Hey, E, pronounce the name of that book, man. You say it's
What is it? No, what is it?
Per him hoodoo. Per him hoodoo.
Per Heru. Per him Heru.
Yeah, you pronounce that shit smooth.
Yeah. Hey, and last but not least, man, the brother that you know that we following behind on this book here, man. Gerald, my brother Gerald, King. Talk to him, King.
Oh, look, let's education, let's reading. Like I said, I need that next Sunday, let's learn again. That's all I'm letting learn.
RBG, baby.
That's
All
right,
that.
family. And like I said, hey,
All
we
yourself.
we out of here, man. Know thyself, family. That's what it's about. Know thyself.